second. I'm going to read. Great. Okay. Hello again. This is going to be about Ben-Gurion University. We're going to focus on Middle East Studies program. But before I get to the Middle East Studies program, I really want to share with you about Ben-Gurion University. I'm guessing many of you here have not heard of us. So I'm going to share with you about the university and about where we are located. Ben-Gurion University is located on 3 campuses in Israel. Our main campus is in Beer-Sheva, and then we have 2 more campuses. We are named after Israel's first prime minister, who's David Ben-Gurion, whose vision was to really develop the Negev. The Negev desert is a huge part of the map of Israel. If you can see here, it's the bottom, almost the bottom half of the land of Israel. And it was, for many generations, a dry desert landscape. And David Ben-Gurion envisioned that that the Negev would be fruitful and would be a central city and place in Israel. And so the university was founded in his name. We are currently, with the university, and Beer-Sheva has come a very long way. We are now the center of a really powerful ecosystem. The Ben-Gurion University is located across from Soroka Hospital, which is the largest hospital in Israel. It's a teaching hospital, so all of the medical students of the university study there. And the campus is growing. We have a advanced technologies high-tech park, which is just an exciting addition to the economy of the city. And it's really has helped Beer-Sheva become a central component of cybersecurity and a lot of innovation. And we are home now to many of these. You can see probably names of companies that you recognize that are global companies. And Beer-Sheva is also has its own culture and a lot of life and a lot of there's a lot going on in Beer-Sheva itself, aside from the university, but the university is really at the center of it. So a lot of students, we get a lot of international students who come to Beer-Sheva, and Beer-Sheva is also home to a lot of immigrant communities, and therefore there's a lot of different cultures and local Israelis also. The Israeli population is very diverse. There's a lot of Bedouin community. There's a lot of Russian immigrants. There's a lot of Ethiopian immigrants. And so Beer-Sheva has become sort of a melting pot, a really international spot in Israel. And now I'll talk about the university. Ben-Gurion University was founded in 1969. We have over 20,000 students and 150,000 alumni. Of the 20,000 students, we have about a little over 1,000 international students. And those international students come from 75 countries. We have 33%, so just about a third of the student body is in advanced degree programs. And then 2/3 are undergraduates. I work for a team called BGO International, which is the international hub of the university. We offer joint degrees and joint courses, and we work to get international students into the classroom with Israeli students. That's a big goal of ours, to work on internationalization. We work with students who come from abroad, but also with researchers and with faculty, visiting faculty. And we work on academic agreements from around the globe. And the university there are 6 faculties in the university. There's humanities and social sciences, natural sciences, engineering, health sciences. Then there's the business and management school and the School for Desert Research. These are all really interdisciplinary fields. All of these, there's a lot of cross research between the fields. This is one of the prides of the university is that almost 30% of students combine their field of study to gain a double or interdisciplinary degree. It's very common. And students are encouraged to do interdisciplinary research. So the program that we are focusing on tonight is the MA program in Middle East. This is under the humanities faculty. And I want to get into the specifics of the program, but first I want to general idea. This is a program that used to exist, and it is now, we are relaunching it as an international program. So this will be the first cohort of the program as it is right now. It will be a 1-year program, so that's 3 semesters, October 2023 through September 2024. The program is going to focus on Judeo-Arabic culture, on the interconnectedness of the different religions and minorities in the Middle East. So there is going to be a lot of training in archival resources, in archival skills and research skills, so that students will be able to conduct their own research. There's going to be Arabic language immersion courses. So students will take Arabic classes in Arabic, meaning it's an immersion course. And they'll be teaching classical and colloquial Arabic, and these will be taught by Arabic speakers. We have in the Department of Middle East Studies a really remarkable list of scholars who are experts in their field, in interreligious relations, in the history of Middle Eastern and North African Jewish and Christian communities. And I think this is a very high level academic course. Included in the program are going to be academic tours in Israel. So visits to pilgrimage sites throughout Israel. The idea is to also go to local archives in Haifa and in Jerusalem. And then there is also a component of a 2-week course in Morocco. So the 2-week course is going to be an intensive on the Jews of North Africa. And as an international student at BGU, you are invited to all of the social activities and all of the events on campus. It's very important to us at BGU International that all of our students are immersed into the calendar of events. So we notify you of all the events going on and volunteer opportunities and events that are on campus for all students, and also events that are just for international students. Here is a list of topics that will be covered in the program. This is not a full list, and it is not, we don't yet have an exact course list, but that will be published by January, by the time registration opens on January 29th. But this is a list of different topics that will be covered. So I'm not going to read them all, but you can see here, and I'm recording this, so I can send you the recording. I'm going to talk a little bit about student life, which I mentioned earlier. Students will live in dorms, or students can live in dorms that are available for students that are very close to campus. You can see here the red circles. These are the 2 areas where students live, where dorms are available, and all in the surrounding area are very affordable housing that most students live in housing that they rent on their own, but you do have the option of also living in a dorm. This is a little bit about the dorms. We have 2 dorm complexes that they just saw on the map. We have complexes for families and for couples. All of these are within walking distance, and they have additional services available. And in general, like it says here, off campus, there are plenty of affordable renting opportunities for people who live with locals or who want to live, you know, even more immersed into the student community. So Beer-Sheva is, you may have heard of cities in Israel like Tel Aviv or Jerusalem. Beer-Sheva is an easy train ride away from Tel Aviv, about an hour train ride. And our campus is connected to the train station, so it's very accessible. In addition to that, there are bus services, there are taxis, there's shared bikes in Beer-Sheva, and obviously buses within the city as well. And about our other campuses that's less relevant for this conversation. In general, Israel is a very safe place. There is very low petty crime rates. All of our campuses have security at all of the entrances of the campuses. And we have a security hotline that is available 24/7. And all of our students go through a security briefing and in general orientation that includes security orientation as soon as they arrive in the fall. Security is a big priority for the whole university, but especially for BGU International. We know that our international students come from abroad, and so we do our best to make sure that everyone is aware of all the safety and security guidelines. We are also, in addition to all of the academic support that we provide, we also deal with health insurance and visas. The COVID-19 is almost not relevant anymore, but still sometimes can be relevant depending on where you're coming from. We are always on top of the latest conditions for travel and for visas, and we make sure that people are getting all of their visas. Through our office will provide assistance for getting visas and health insurance. Beer-Sheva is known in Israel as being a relatively affordable city. Our on-campus housing is very reasonably priced, and transportation and meals are lower priced than other cities in Israel. It depends where you're coming from if these prices seem affordable to you or not, but in Israel, these are lower cost. Also, there's a variety of different places to buy food, to buy goods that you need, so you can do it on a budget. Obviously, you can spend more, you can spend less. In terms of student life and recreation, Beer-Sheva has a lot to offer in terms of cultural events and bars and restaurants and pubs. There's also a range of festivals depending on holidays. And the university also provides events surrounding different holidays. You can find here all kinds of cuisine, all kinds of restaurants ranging from Ethiopian food to Indian food to Chinese food, and obviously Israeli Mediterranean food. A lot of vegan and vegetarian options pretty much everywhere you go. And our campus community is very diverse. English is not the official language, but it's spoken by most people on our campus. You can all of the signs are translated to English. It's a very accessible campus for English speakers. We do offer a spoken Hebrew course each semester. So for people who are in the MA program in Middle East Studies where you're learning Arabic, you also have the opportunity to learn Hebrew if you're interested. We make sure that you are involved in all of the cultural celebrations that happen. We have a student coordinator who's in touch with all of our international students, and we ensure that there's a large support system, as well as the student union, which is a very active student union. And I think I'm gonna skip the movie in the interest of time because I promised this would only be 30 minutes. If there are any questions I'd be happy to take any questions.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hello, ma'am. Ma'am, I just want to ask, how can we get fellowship from this program?
Sure. So there are scholarships available. The program is listed as a Fulbright scholar program for anyone who's eligible for a Fulbright scholarship. But there are also a number of different scholarships available depending on where you come from. There are scholarships by country, and there are scholarships, need-based scholarships. So scholarships based on merit. So if you're applying to the program, it's very easy, and most like we expect that a lot of students will be applying for scholarships, and that's welcome. We encourage you to apply for the scholarships available.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
Hello, do you hear me? Do you hear me?
Yes, it's the internet is spotty, but I hear you.
Yeah. What is the next step? What is the next step to join the Beer-Sheva international program after this presentation?
When is the chance to register for the program?
Yeah.
The program registration will open January 29th.
Okay.
And then it's rolling admission until the program starts in October.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. If you're on this call, you probably got an email from me. I'm Becky. You can feel free to reach out to me with the questions you have, and if I don't know the answer, I'll find out the answer. Please feel free to reach out. And I know that if there are any questions, please let me know, but otherwise, I think we'll end the call. And please reach out to me. I'm going to send a follow-up email with the recording. And thank you for being here. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks.
Thank you.